Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Jerky Reviews.
So today we have the Sasquatch-sized Jack Link's beef stick and cheese. As you can see, it's quite fancy. Not only one item with the meat, but also has some cheese there. Not sure what kind of cheese. Could probably investigate. Not wanting to do that though.
So, without further ado, let's try the jerky.
Thank God you ain't all damn dead.
So, I'm actually a bit confused on the intended method of consumption here. Should I break it in half, do you think?
Is it possible it's a bit of cheese with a bit of meat, or
Oh,
is it a string situation?
okay, that cheese broke apart, like, perfectly in half. I think it'll just snap. I don't even...
Give it a shot. Oh,
Okay, there we go.
flimsy meat.
Flimsy meat.
Flimsy meat. I think I'm gonna go with the stick itself. I think I'm gonna pass on the cheese.
I might just bite both at once.
Let's head on back to sleep again. I'm tired of waking up this rain. I just can't kill the thought of you being with someone else.
I think I'm gonna start off. At first bite, not too good. First bite, not much there. Not really giving anything. Once it lingers a little bit, you get some sausage taste, some of that, you know, that meat taste. Is that good? And then
I'm getting some meat taste.
Yeah. And then some spice kicks in a bit later. I don't know. Your thoughts?
I don't know if we really showed. On the packaging, it says hot with fire and an exclamation point. I feel
didn't
that
catch that one.
I feel that may be an over-exaggeration. It's like kind of hot.
It's a bit mild, heat-wise.
Yeah. I think maybe a hot with like a period would have been more appropriate.
Like mashed potatoes with too much black pepper.
Yeah.
Except it's meat and not mashed potatoes.
Right. Because it's meat. So I'm gonna have to give the packaging probably a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Pretty good, pretty easy to open. Actually, no, you definitely lose points for that pot.
This is just me personally, but a 10 out of 10 is very generous. I would say they use pretty much the same packaging they use for most of the Jack Links. Not much branding on the Sasquatch side of things. Really just a picture of a Sasquatch, and it says Sasquatch. Yeah, but I would have to give it 7. Mainly
7 out of 10?
I'd say high up there because Jack Link's is a known good jerky company, and yet they could have outdid themselves and they didn't. They decided to be complacent.
So I'll probably agree with that 7 out of 10 then. As for taste, I'll give it a good 6. I wasn't wowed. I wouldn't go running for it. The cheese was like alright. But you know, maybe I didn't eat it the intended way. I was a little confused there.
Not very clear. Not very beginner friendly.
Not very beginner friendly. So what would you give it for the taste?
I would have to say a 6.5, and the only reason is because I only had the meat, which I think honestly would lower it down to like a 5.5. But just the meat itself, I'd say 6.5 because it was very underwhelming at first, and yet it kind of redeemed itself with the aftertaste, and the heat's still slightly lingering, which is a good sign. But I didn't try the cheese. Would you like to comment on the cheese?
The cheese was alright. Good cheese.
Nothing notable about the cheese.
I felt at points that the cheese almost overpowered the beef stick. I maybe would like less cheese in the beef to cheese ratio. So
It's a very bold choice to put cheese with your jerky. Usually jerky is just jerky itself.
So that's going to be an overall score of 6.625 for the jalapeno Sasquatch size Jack Link's beef stick and cheese.
And a word to Jack Links, do better. We know you can do better. Do better. Just disappointed. Not mad, just disappointed.
Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. Remember to like and then comment. And
Subscribe, maybe.
that one.